Aikido. The idea of this channel is we're going to be looking at some Aikido techniques and trying to apply them. We're also going to be looking at techniques from other martial arts, namely Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, and really just kind of adding in some themes for good self-defense training. This is going to be a lot different than normal Aikido or kind of traditional Aikido where we have, the more stylized, flowy training. My goal here is really to elevate Aikido and bring it into a more self-defense applied training method. Since this is kind of the introductory video, I figured we'd take a look at a technique that's really common in Aikido and kind of Japanese Jiu-Jitsu stuff, which is kote-gaeshi, or that kind of standard wrist lock where you're grabbing the hand and twisting it sideways. This is an art that gets used a lot and often misused a lot, which sets it up as kind of a straw man argument that a lot of martial arts will use against Aikido and use against traditional Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. And it's often pretty warranted because most people, they do this technique and they do it wrong. So we're going to look at the ways that this is often employed that are a little bit more stylized and look really pretty but aren't necessarily effective, and then we're going to look at some ways that you can kind of use it in a more pressure testing environment, sparring, free rolling, and ways that it can actually be effective. So if I get the partner here. So the very traditional entrance for kote-gaeshi, right? He's going to reach towards me and there's this big, I step off line, redirect, he dances around with me, and then I do this big stylized sweeping wrist lock. In reality, if someone steps at you, they're not going to just do that. They're also not going to let you move all the way around here and then follow me all the way around. He's probably just going to punch me in the back of the head, and now it's going to suck. So what we're going to do instead is, oftentimes, if you're really applying it, Aikido is going to happen much more from more of a clenched or grip fighting position here. We're fighting for grips. We're in the clinch here. I'm freeing a hand. Now, when I go for this kote-gaeshi, again, if I just go for it here, it's very simple for him to just flex his hand, fight back. If all he's doing is thinking about that wrist, he's going to break the grip. It's going to be simple. So as I'm going for this wrist lock, if we're doing more like, kickboxing, MMA style, I can, boom, give him a pop with an elbow as I go in for this lock. So from another angle, as we're here, I pop that elbow into the face as I'm going for my wrist lock. And the mistake a lot of people will make is this. They'll grab the wrist, they'll be fighting for the wrist, and then they'll start throwing the elbows. By the time I've gone here, I've got about 0.3 seconds before he's stripping my grip, fighting back. So this elbow has to come in as I'm setting up that wrist lock. Mistake number 2 is most people will assume, again, because in Aikido, after I do this, he'll take this big, nice, fancy break fall, and it's going to look beautiful, and it's going to be great, and he's going to be on the ground. Realistically, what's going to happen is I'm going to do this wrist lock, it's going to suck, it's going to kind of off-balance him for a minute, and then he's going to start fighting back. So where you use these wrist locks is, boom, that was my moment that I got him off balance. Now I can go in for a more finishing technique, something out of Jiu-Jitsu, or, if you're a more clinch fighter, boom, transition to some striking arts. But you don't want to just think, oh, I got the wrist lock on him, now I've won. You haven't really won it yet, right? It'll be a nice setup for some strikes, but it's not going to be the be-all, end-all. Another thing to do is don't always assume that your wrist lock's going to work, right? This is something you find when you work on pressure testing techniques, right? You always have to have a combo. The first punch isn't going to be the knockout punch, right? Sometimes they slip the jab, whatnot. So you have to have that same attitude when you're trying your Aikido in applied fashions. If I go for this kote-gaeshi, he might just flex, he might just fight, right? I've got about 0.3 seconds before he starts throwing that next punch. So what I want to do is, as soon as he starts fighting, boom, I just disengage. So without even letting go of my kote-gaeshi, I'm just going to pop in, kind of like a why are you hitting yourself, boom, just like that. From there I can follow up, again, boom, boom, I can follow up with punches, with strikes, anything. But I don't want to be caught in a situation where I'm going for the kote-gaeshi, he fights it, and then I'm like, ah, crap, and now we're neutral, he's throwing more punches, he's taking that initiative from me. So we're here, boom, he fights it, oh crap, the second he fights it, just disengage, transition to something else. So that's just kind of a nice little introductory thing of what I'm trying to do with this channel, and more of what we're going to see. It's going to be applied Aikido, taking Aikido techniques, adding other flavors to them, from Muay Thai, from Jiu-Jitsu, other martial arts. Some of the videos will probably not even look like Aikido at all. You might think, hey, this is just a Muay Thai channel, what are you doing? And that's all right. Maybe Applied Aikido really does just turn into Muay Thai or just turn into Jiu-Jitsu. But the point that I'm trying to look at is, can we take Aikido techniques, can we take Aikido as a martial art, and can we make it more viable for street application, for sparring application, for actual live training? And really the way to do that is look at Aikido techniques and use that attitude from martial arts that do a lot of pressure testing. Use it in the context that Muay Thai works, use it in context that Jiu-Jitsu works. So hope you stick around and watch more videos. I'll be trying to put more stuff out there. Look forward to it.